I'm Bill Webb. I'm partner at Huge Design. We're a consumer electronics industrial design studio in San Francisco. Over the years, we've done a lot in transportation as well, sort of combining the disciplines that you apply to product design with a little bit of the styling mentality in transportation, and really trying to create this kind of perfect harmony, which ultimately is meant to kind of help push design forward into the future. We're creating a vehicle that's never been conceived before. Essentially a two-wheeled car, a fully enclosed, balanced motorcycle. However you refer to it, it's a unique architecture that has so many implications for the future of commuting, enthusiasts, on a track. There's so many opportunities for the basic platform that it's almost limitless. The interesting thing for me about the technology is, you can speak about the gyros specifically, which is just on its own very innovative application of gyro technology. But I think, collectively, you think about autonomous driving combined with the self-stabilizing technology, and you've really created a robot on two wheels, which I think, throw in artificial intelligence, and now you've got this fully autonomous kind of magical balancing vehicle. It's really next level as we think about, the next 10 years. We've spent a lot of time talking about the magic of seeing the vehicle balanced on two wheels. I think, you can't overstate the impact of seeing it. I've yet to see it in person, honestly, waiting for the prototype to be back up and running, but I think there's a certain magic to what the vehicle's able to do with the gyro technology, and it's an opportunity to be a part of that magic kind of coming to the public. One aspect that really I get excited about is picturing, essentially this half car. You think about traffic congestion on not only city streets, but also freeways. The school of fish analogy, imagine, a fleet of these things side by side, computer controlled. Their movements are kind of almost mimicking one another, but occupying half the space of a traditional car. I think that has a lot of intriguing aspects for congestion control, just getting people from A to B. To me, that's really inspiring. Coming from a motorcycle background, you really appreciate the dynamic ride quality on two wheels, which you don't get in a four-wheel vehicle. So, understanding the dynamics of the self-balancing, it has the feel of a motorcycle, but sort of the confidence and stability of a four-wheeled vehicle. I think there's a lot of interesting opportunities there, and I think it's also an opportunity to attract not only motorcycle riders, but people that are maybe intimidated by two wheels. I think it's opening up a whole new potential market. I think a motorcyclist will obviously appreciate the dynamics of the handling, the freedom on two wheels, which I think is something you can't really quantify. But then obviously with more enclosed solution, the creature comforts of an automobile, I think you're kind of pulling in the thing that motorcycles lack, which is that protected from the elements, the psychology of just kind of being protected around the perimeter. And then, of course, the ability to commute. There's nothing more horrible than commuting on a motorcycle in the rain. Definitely there's a lot of reluctant car owners that would really appreciate the efficiency, the environmental aspect of, frankly, just saving energy on your daily commute. I think, there's a lot of people intimidated by motorcycles. I think most of my friends, my wife, would not go near a motorcycle just for the safety aspect. So I think they're intrigued by motorcycles. I think this is that perfect gateway vehicle that could get a lot of people who would be reluctant normally to see the efficiency aspect of a motorcycle, the fun of a motorcycle, but the creature comforts and the safety of a four-wheeled vehicle. I think the big design challenge for me is we're dealing with a vehicle that obviously has never been realized before. Is it a motorcycle that's covered? Is it a car cut in half? You know, the identity has not been established, and ultimately I think the design solution needs to be a combination of pulling from the motorcycle world in some respects, taking, you know, almost like a robotic aesthetic and combining that with, you know, some of the motorcycle influences, and then to what degree do you bring in kind of the stability and confidence that people have towards a four-wheeled vehicle. I think there's a lot of psychology and aesthetics that all need to kind of converge ultimately for the best design. I'm just super excited to be, you know, part of the team, and it's been great to meet the Lit Motors crew. You guys have a lot of really smart, talented people, and ultimately, you know, working with cool people that know what they're doing is really those are the best projects.